Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well and you're having a fun quarantine, staying productive, staying sane. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I actually tried filming this a couple nights ago and was just having a really hard time doing it. So I'm just going to get straight into it. I don't really want to do a whole intro just because I feel like there's not much to introduce. But you're probably wondering what this is about based on the title of the video. Probably is she okay? What's going on? What is she talking about? I want to talk about the toxic body shaming and just body image culture that is prevalent mainly on TikTok. You definitely could apply this to Instagram and stuff like that as well, and probably Twitter. I don't really go on there that often though. But especially TikTok, a lot of you are on TikTok as well as I am. I go on there super duper often. It's just fun to scroll through and look at videos, and there's some really funny ones on there. But lately I've been seeing some very, very unhealthy and honestly disgusting things on there about body types in women. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the commonality of super duper skinny girls on TikTok and them getting hate because of it. So this is the issue that I have with this body shaming culture, because I am not super duper skinny, nor am I plus size. I would say I'm pretty average for the most part. I'm a little bit more muscular, a little bit more big boned. I'm pretty athletic, so I'm not just skin and bones, but I'm also not chubby. I wouldn't consider myself chubby. I would definitely consider myself a little bit more thick, a little filled out, but I wouldn't consider myself chubby. So the thing that bothers me so much about the culture on this app is, okay, let me just give you an idea. So say that you are a super fit, super healthy, skinny girl, and you are built more you have more of a model type build. You're not super muscular, super skinny. Yeah, I'm sure you know what type of body and girls that I'm talking about that you probably see on TikTok. Say that one of them posts a video of them dancing with their friend in a bikini or something like that. And the first couple comments you're gonna see are comments that say something like, "Oh, I was gonna eat, but now I'm not going to. Oh, I'm not hungry anymore." Basically just comments that do not sit well with me. Because what I gather from those comments is, oh, you want to have an eating disorder so that you can have a body that looks like that. The problem that I have is the fact that if you're super skinny, you will get hate. You will get hate for being skinny, whether it's people telling you to eat a burger, people telling you that you look like you have an eating disorder, or people just making you feel uncomfortable by commenting things like, "Oh, I'm not going to eat today." Because as a creator, as a video creator on TikTok, if you're receiving comments like that, it's very uncomfortable. I mean, what do you say to that? Because it's not like you can say, "Oh, just love yourself, oh, flowers and sunshine," because that's not going to fix anything. It's not going to fix the image that these people are putting into their heads that they want to look like you. Versus, if you're big, you also get hate. If you're chubbier, you get hate. People tell you to exercise. They tell you, "Ew, she won't find a boyfriend," or "he won't find a girlfriend," or vice versa. Just really disgusting comments that no one asked for. And the reason why I have such a problem with these comments is because TikTok is such a large audience. And the majority of audience on TikTok are kids. They're young kids. And they're seeing these comments. Little girls, little young impressionable girls are seeing these comments "Oh, I guess I won't eat. I wasn't hungry anyways. Wow, I wish I was that skinny. Why doesn't my body look like that?" And these girls are subconsciously going to start thinking that in order for them to be deemed in society as like someone who's good looking and like pretty and beautiful, that they have to do the same thing, that they have to not eat or they have to be that skinny, because they're seeing this commonality between people getting hated on for not being skinny enough. And it's just so toxic to me and so disgusting, and I'm just so exhausted, and it's really just honestly has made me like take a step back and really think about things, because I don't know why it's become such an important topic on TikTok for people to just like tear other people down based on what their bodies look like. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's so important for people to hurt others like that. And I think what the problem is that most of these people who are doing the tearing down are the ones who maybe don't have a great at-home life. Maybe they are super insecure, so they feel the need to take it out on these creators. But it's just really unfair. It's so unfair. And like, I see people like Addison getting hated on. And personally, I think Addison has an awesome body. Her body type is so good, so healthy, so beautiful. Like, I see pictures of her in bathing suits and I'm like, wow, like she's really fit. She looks really good. She's fit, but she's not like, I would look at her and be like, wow, she looks unhealthy. Whether either way, like either chubbier or skinnier. Like she looks completely healthy and normal. And I see people like her getting hated on and I'm like, wow. So, wow. And then it like makes me think, because I think she has a pretty normal body type. I think she has a pretty probably normal body type for her age. She has a healthy body type for her age from what I can gather. I'm not a nutritional expert. Quote me if I'm wrong, but she looks like she has a very healthy, average, normal body type for her age. I'm around the same age as her. I want to say she's probably like 19 maybe. I don't know how old she is, 18, 19. I'm 20. So I'm like, okay, we have pretty similar body types. So when I see people hating on her and telling her that she's fat, it makes me think, oh, well, wow. I didn't even think I was nearly as skinny as she was. And wow, if people are calling her fat, what would they call me? And that's the thing that's going to mess with young, impressionable teenage girls the most, because they're seeing these comments and they're thinking, well, I'm not skinny, so people are probably going to think I'm fat. And it's just become such a messed up chain of unfortunate events, is really the best way to put it. Just people tearing each other down. It's so unnecessary, because honestly, like in the end, who actually gives a shit about your body type? When you're about to die, are you gonna look back and be like, oh, I'm so glad that I finally lost 20 pounds. Like, I'm so happy that like I had a model body for like 20 years. Or are you going to look back and be like, wow, I'm really happy that I didn't spend so much time tearing my self-image down, and I spent more time with my friends and family, traveling, doing things that make me happy, that aren't so just constantly worrying about like how I look. And it's a struggle, because I am not the most secure person. I struggle with a lot of insecurities, just like pretty much any other person in the world. We all have insecurities, whether it's our weight, our skin, our hair. I wake up some mornings and I'm like, ew, I look like a literal piece of trash. And like half of what we tear ourselves down for, others don't even notice. And that's the problem with this culture of tearing people down based on their weight, because it makes people think that, oh, well, maybe people actually do care how others look, because if they're making these comments, then maybe they do care. But it's so hard for young girls to distinguish that these comments do not mean shit. They don't mean anything, because they're coming from people who are insecure themselves. And it's just become such a toxic culture. And I really just basically wanted to make this video to shed light onto this issue. And to just let other people who are kind of in the same boat as me being like, oh wow, like I'm kind of like standing back and like watching this from afar, and I'm thinking, wow, maybe I don't ever want to become a TikToker because people are gonna, you know, force me into losing weight, or else I won't be pretty enough for their standards. It's not true. It's not true. In reality, people are going to look up to you more, not because of your weight, not because of how pretty you are, because of how skinny you are. People are going to look up to you because you have a positive personality. You shine bright in a world of negativity and darkness, aka the people who are commenting these types of things. Take Charlie, for example. I know I don't think she really gets much hate on her body. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything personally. I've just heard stuff about Addison. But Charlie is one of like the sweetest TikTokers. I don't know why she gets so much hate, because I think she is so sweet. She's young. She's what, 15, 16? She's young. And people just hate on her because she literally is famous for dancing, and I don't see an issue with it. Especially when she's such a kind, selfless person. I see her in like interviews and like on YouTube and stuff, and she just seems so genuinely kind and humble, and that's really rare these days with celebrities. I mean, you see a lot of people who just don't humble themselves, and Charli D'Amelio is not one of those people. She's very humble, and I just wanted to shout her out. But basically, she gets a lot of hate for no reason, and for such a young girl, I am so proud of her for being so just, I don't want to say oblivious to the hate, because I know that she probably reads the comments and probably looks at them, and it makes her feel like crap sometimes. But she doesn't give into it. She doesn't feed into the hate, which is something that's really hard for some people to do. But like, I feel like Charli, as young as she is, like I look up to her in ways as a 20-year-old woman that I couldn't look up to other influencers as, because she's so good at just being like, you know what? I'm not going to let it get to me, because I know who I am, and I know that I'm a good person, and I know I'm beautiful, and I don't need anyone else's comments to justify that for me. And anyone out there who feels like they're not good enough because of what they see on the internet, because being stick skinny is so normalized as the average body type, when not everyone can achieve that based on your, just like, you know, the way that your parents were built, stuff like that, genes. I hope that you realize that also not everything on the internet is true. So many images are photoshopped, and you might not ever know if your favorite influencer's photos are completely photoshopped. You might never know. So in the end, as much as you can continue enjoying social media, enjoying TikTok, Instagram, keep in mind that what you see on there is not, just because you see it and you see people praising it and you see people praising like these super skinny body types, doesn't mean that you have to have that body type. Doesn't mean that you're not pretty unless you have that body type, because honestly, if everyone looked the same, that it just wouldn't be, it would be no fun if everyone looked the same, because what's the point? Like, God creates us all to be different. We all have different body types, all have different facial structures, different colored hair, different colored eyes, different mouth shape, nose shape, eye shapes, everything for a reason. All in all, I just wanted to make this video because I really want to mainly let younger girls know that you are beautiful. And I know that you've probably heard this so many times, just people making videos like, you're beautiful, just be yourself, just, oh my gosh, like all bodies are beautiful, everybody's a bikini body. But like, it's true. It's really, really freaking true. And some people just don't see it because of how society has turned standards into such an unhealthy thing. And there's so many more people developing eating disorders because of it, and it just like hurts to see people not realizing how beautiful they are, and seeing people who are so pretty, they have such nice bodies, who just, they don't see it, they don't get it. because they look in the mirror and they don't see what they see on TikTok or Instagram. So, I don't know. It's just been something that's on my mind lately, and I really just wanted to talk about it, and I hope that maybe this makes you feel like you're not alone if you also feel really... Sorry, my guinea pig's running around. I did buy a guinea pig during quarantine because I got bored. But I hope that this video allows you to see that if you are feeling frustrated with the internet right now, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, that you're not alone. So I hope that you guys can realize your worth. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not even be in a year. But I hope that just putting into perspective and realizing that everyone is made to be different and we're not meant to all be the same can just make you feel a little bit better and a little bit more comforted. And maybe even take a break from TikTok if you feel like it would help. I don't know. As much as I love TikTok, sometimes I need to like push it away a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I love TikTok. But I hope that you guys can just kind of see what's messed up and just kind of put it into perspective. And yeah, if you want to chat about this topic, if you have anything to say, anything to agree with or disagree with, make sure to comment down below. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more like discussion type videos like this. Alright guys, have a great day.